Welcome to our rundown of the 5 most interesting moments of the June Gold Cup final. In 5th place, during one of the first games of the evening, Tsutsu99 opens up against B Gata with a great stolen Doombringer, taking away one of his opponent's strongest cards and the board control when the Doombringer dies in the next turn. In 4th place, it's Tsutsu once again, but this time going up against M&M's vs Smarties. In this battle of Titan, it's rush or be rushed, and Tsutsu pushes the bottom lane full on, making the mistake of leaving his top lanes open to a possible crushing blow when he could have used a broken bridge instead. And that is exactly what happens in the next turn, thanks to a handy Week of the Mercenaries that allows M&M to shoot Tsutsu down with a nicely boosted Crusher, boosted with Might of the Tribe. In 3rd position, we find M&M's vs Smarties and Tsutsu99 again with a hugely defensive Necropolis play by M&M. After being brought down to 1 health point, he'll stall the game down for the next 10 minutes, stealing damage after damage on his opponent's hero. Finally, he boosts up his creatures with Week of the Mercenaries and uses a Banshee and then a Town Portal to open up 2 enemy rows and scrapes through to a victory. In 2nd place, we'll all remember the dreadful mistake made by Tragic Star against our champion Red Pepper 6. After winning the first game, Tragic Star is about to win the second and move on to the finals. However, forgetting the effect of Red Pepper's Thrall of Hatred, he attacks and kills a Maniac and then dies from the Thrall's ability. He could have used any one of the cards in his hand to avoid this, but failed in the process. Is this a tragedy for our Hakim player or simply an ironically prophetic name? And in 1st place, and clearly the best part of the tournament, we have M&M's vs Smarties and Red Pepper 6 as they fight for the title of June Champion. In the first duel, Red Pepper shows us just how well he masters his deck when he plays a second Thrall of Hatred before killing his own creature, thus dealing the final 2 damage needed to take out M&M. In the second game though, the roles are reversed, with M&M rushing his opponent so hard that he brings him down to -5 health points in just 6 turns and brings the score back to 1-all. In game 3, things get a bit more complicated as both players show us some really interesting moves in this mirror control Hakim. First, we have Red Pepper using Time of Need to grab his Arcane Intuition, which he uses against M&M to steal his Shinoshi. This forces M&M to use his own Arcane Intuition to grab Red Pepper's Damran and kill his own Shinoshi on the other side of the board. But things aren't over yet, as this forces Red Pepper to enthrall Damran back in a few turns. At least one thing's certain, one of our Hakims will die. The game goes on for a few turns and ends with Red Pepper opening up a row with an Enthrall and a Soul Reaver before dealing the final 4 damage. Game 4, and it's M&M's turn again to get the upper hand by boosting his own creatures as he increases his might, and placing 2 Mights of the Tribe on his Shredder. He takes out Red Pepper once again with a nicely played rush deck, dealing just enough damage to win. Possibly the best game so far, Game 5 was immense, with M&M starting off in a defensive position. Grabbing his Zephyria back from the graveyard with Altar of Asher, he will be able to hold on for quite some time, the board control going back and forth. When a second Black Skull Clan Warlord comes out for M&M though, it feels like the game is won for him, but this does not take into account a great draw from Red Pepper, who pulls out the perfect blocker in the form of a Lurker in the Dark. With the help of a well-placed Magma Burst, he takes out Zephyria and grabs the board control once again. M&M then tries to defend, but doesn't get what he needs for his survival, as on the next turn, Week of the Mercenaries will once again be used to charge through his defenses. Killing off 1, then 2 Black Skull Clan Warlords, Red Pepper will then play a Maniac that will wipe out his bottom lane. 1 turn later, this board control will grant Red Pepper the final victory he needed to become this month's champion. We hope you've enjoyed our top 5 and look forward to seeing you very soon on the battleground.